Well, the Federal Reserve paused interest rate hikes this week, yet home buyers remained sidelined by the elevated cost of borrowing.
The Fed doesn't quite want to pivot yet. It doesn't want to give up the ghost of potentially hiking again.
In a world where real estate has become a game of chance, we've got exclusive insights that could change the game. Welcome back to Finance Foresight. Leaked data suggests a doubling in housing prices by 2023. Buckle up as we explore what this means for homeowners, buyers, and investors alike. Top analysts and economists are saying that the Feds have destroyed the U.S. housing market. Mohamed El-Erian, a renowned economist, also affirms this and says that it is a real issue that needs to be looked into. In late August, the average rate on the 30-year fixed mortgage reached a new 23-year high, peaking at 7.48%. This is just an instance of the high rates that have besieged the markets in the last year. We all need to pay attention to this alarming trend before it gets out of hand. Rising borrowing costs have made it difficult for numerous potential buyers to enter the market. Concurrently, current homeowners are hesitant to list their properties for sale because they wish to retain the attractive low interest rates they secured years ago. This dynamic has sustained high property prices despite declining demand. For these reasons and many more, the housing market remains uncertain, and experts believe that affordability will only lessen if mortgage rates undergo a more substantial reduction. The major issue here is the sudden increase. Investors, homeowners, buyers, everybody is awakening to the rude shock that it's no longer business as usual. Home prices remained remarkably stable between 1970 and 2000. But a significant shift occurred in the early 2000s out of the blue. Home prices began to surge considerably faster than inflation. By 2006, home prices had reached their zenith during the initial bubble, having grown by 80% since 1970. In 2007, they underwent a slight correction, and by 2008, a full-scale crash was underway. Fast forward by 2023, and the housing market witnessed an even more substantial bubble. Adjusted for inflation, prices had soared by 102% compared to their 1970 levels. While a recent correction has brought them down, prices today still surpass the peak of the 26 bubble. The U.S. housing sector has gone from record low mortgage rates to high rates we haven't seen in the last 2 decades. In the words of economist Mohamed El-Erian, "You've destroyed both demand and supply." And that's the irony. Supply has come down and demand has come down as well. That is the way you destroy the housing market. We must be careful because the housing market is central to the economy. Indeed, the housing market is at the core of the economy. The 2008 catastrophe taught us that clearly, but it seems that we have not learned our lessons well enough. Greenspan's accommodative monetary policy stimulated the economy and the housing market for 2 decades. This is the reason why, even with interest rates being the primary driver of property prices, they haven't already experienced a substantial 30% drop. Market participants, encompassing regular home buyers and investors, grew accustomed to what seemed like perpetual prosperity. Many continue to act as if these prosperous conditions persist, either aspiring to purchase homes beyond their financial means or attempting to build careers in real estate investment. Despite incurring losses after accounting for their lenders, a suspension of disbelief prevails with the prevailing sentiment that everything remains fine. Consequently, it will require more than a year of interest rate hikes and economic instability to persuade homeowners and investors to abandon their positions and start selling their properties. What the Federal Reserve has done seems to be a ticking time bomb, and nobody knows how much time is left. One thing is sure, the damage is bad and it could go boom at any time. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe and leave a like for this video. Your support helps us continue our work. Thank you for joining us today on Finance Foresight.